Hello YouTubers, this is Bear Beer Reviews. I thought I would just do a little intro video to the set of videos that you're just about to see on the Brass Castle Brewery. I didn't get as much filming done as I would have liked on the day because one of the brewers, Ian, wasn't able to make it. So we only missed one important step in the brewing process, which is the mashing. All Phil did was he used the hop kettle upstairs and used the gas burner to bring our solution up to heat fast enough. He uses an AMS liquor solution, which is just water mixed in with a couple of other additives as well, some sulfates and calcium and stuff that'll help balance out the pH of the beer and also increase enzyme activity, so you get the best possible performance in all steps of the brewing. So about when I turned up, we'd already heated the water up and already put the grain upstairs into the top of the hopper to be mixed in. So that's all you really missed on that. We were using extra pale barley malt and also some wheat malt as well. That wasn't particularly mentioned in the video. That was just to give the beer the lightest colour possible that we could. Wheat has a slightly floral note as well, but we weren't using huge amounts of it. Normal wheat beers have 70 to 80% barley to wheat, so it wouldn't really come through in the final product. It just gives it an even lighter tone. When the mashing in occurs, we mix the hot water from upstairs with the barley that's coming down through the hopper. The water we were using was around 75 degrees, just because we do it in a single step, so we add it all together and we let it sit there and mash for an hour to extract all the sugars out, and the amylase in the barley needs to be around 70 degrees Celsius to be able to break down into sugars, the starches into sugars. Some other breweries do it at different temperatures and do it in different steps to kind of increase yield and efficiency, but we don't really have the privilege of doing that in such a small and old brewery. You also saw us do a bit of sparging, which is when we just flush through a bit of water after we've mashed it, get all the water out and put it back upstairs into the hop kettle, all the work that's been there, and we flush through some more water to try and extract all the rest of the sugar that is actually in the barley. And that's a really important step because there is a lot of residual sugars left over that just kind of sit at the bottom of the tank of the mash tun and need to be extracted. And you see a bit of that, but I didn't really have the time to explain it while we were doing it. And the final thing that we weren't able to film was just the addition of the yeast, and that was really simple. At the end of all the processes you're about to see, all that gets done is the Brass Castle's own special yeast, which is kind of the house yeast. Has been used loads of times, and it gives the best performance that Phil has seen out of yeast, so he's got that stored away. That just gets added along with a few little starter bits and bobs to make the yeast happy, and we cover up the fermentation vessel and let it bubble away and do its work for a week or so. I'll get some videos of the racking up and casking as well when I'm next back there, and hopefully we'll be able to try an actual glass of the beer that we were brewing over the couple of days. So without further ado, I shall let you visit the Brass Castle Brewery. Thank you. So good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bear Beer Review's first field trip. Today we are here at Garrowby with the Brass Castle Brewery from Pocklington. This is our wonderful little brew house for today. Fantastic old brew house. You'll have to forgive my demeanour this morning because it has been a rather long night for me. The alarm wouldn't set at my job, so I've been up till in work till about 3 o'clock, waiting for an alarm guy to come fix it. Anyway, I'm sure I'll cheer up as the day progresses, so I shall catch you when we're inside. Okay, welcome. This is the Brass Castle Brewery. Straight ahead of us you can see our mash tun and the hot liquor tank. I'll take you over there in a minute. And just to our right you can see all the casks of wonderful beer about to head out. So if we wander on down, we've just done the mashing in, so we've just missed filming that unfortunately because it was all ready to go when we came in. These are two hot liquor tanks where we keep all our water, warm it up, boil it up, kind of try and keep loads of hot water around in case we need to use any. And this is a fantastic little copper, really old style traditional one. I'll just walk up the side here, lift the lid, And if you can see, wonderful copper. Oh, steaming up on the lens. Wonderful copper. And right down near the bottom, you might just be able to pick it out if I get some light in. You should be able to see our grain. Oh, probably not, it's too steamy down there. But if we zoom out again, what we did was, I've poured the grain down from up above us. You can see here, that's our grain hopper, I think they call it, I'm not sure. Well, we poured all the grain down and we filtered it through using a little array, which is down here. A little array which is down here, I should say. This helps us kind of whirlpool the mix down, so when we're mixing the grain and the water, the malty barley will come through down here and then come into this one, we're coming to this one on the top, and water's coming through on this side here, and it mixes down below it and creates like a whirlpool. So when it's coming into this, the big tank, mixing with the hot water from the hot liquor tanks, kind of vortexing all the way around and wetting all the malted barley. So that's what we were just doing a bit earlier. I'll take you upstairs. Let's show you around up top. And this is our hop kettle right here. We've covered it over at the moment because it's a bit susceptible to getting some mess down there if we're not careful. And that's the old chimney where there is a burner actually underneath this hop kettle that used to be a nice big wooden one. It's now a gas one, so the chimney's not really in use anymore. But if you look up, you can see this is a wonderfully old building. Still got all the old original beams and pulleys and all the like. Just up there, if we can zoom in a bit, you can see some of the beers that Brass Castle have made. A few of them, including some of the awards. It's just a couple at least, and our recipes up on the board. I won't show you that. This is where we put all the malted barley, kind of lugged all the sacks up here, shoved them in this hopper here, and it goes all the way down, and you can just see the lid for the mash turned down below. This is the hops for today. We've got a big bag of Columbus, and also, this don't have it on, but this is Cascade. Cascade, so 2 American hops. We're going to do a nice hoppy beer today, using extra pale malt and some wheat malt as well. So we're going to be a really, really light and clear beer with lots of hops in it. So that's a nice little tour of at least the hop kettle when we're doing some boiling later, when we're boiling up the hops. I'll show you what that looks like, and you've also seen the mash tun where we put the grain in earlier. Okay, brought you back down to where we're keeping all the beers in the casks, primarily because I just wanted to show you these two fellas here. These two are a batch of what we call Wallop, which is a Stingo. It's kind of Yorkshire strong ale, I suppose is probably the best word for it. We've also got a couple of casks here and here. These two are port and sherry casks. Speaking of which, here's Phil, the head brewer, just walking in the door. These are two port and sherry casks that are aging the beer in. It's going to be 7.7%, I believe, and it should give the beer a bit of distinctive taste, we think. And into the two little metal ones we also put some chips, I think, some wood chips, which should add some of the flavour to that as well. Okay, hello again. This is the bags of hops that I was showing you earlier. We've got the Columbus and we've also got the Cascade. We're just going to measure them how is all, but I thought I'd show you the inside of the bag. So this is the, I believe this is the Columbus here. What we use here is the dried floral hops. So it's the full heads. Let's see if I can get a nice one out. You'll be able to see one. It's the full. Oh, see. Doing well today. The full floral heads. Can you see? Beautiful looking things, and they smell absolutely wonderful as well. All the flavours of that you can smell in your typical hoppy beers, all your citrus notes, all kind of tropical flavours come from these little floral bulbs that you get from the hop vines. literally just measuring them out. I think today we're using 100 grams of Columbus, a really small amount. It's just to give a little bit of bitterness to the beer, and a ton of Cascade to give all the aromas and the little bit extras that you'll taste in the beer. So yeah, I shall bring you back in a couple of minutes. We're going to dump all the hot water from the big hop kettle up here and down below into the mash tun to try and get all the residual sugars that are in the barley out and into the water and into our wonderful little wort. So I'll video that in a minute or two.
It's steamy.
That's alright. We're just about to dump the water from the hot liquor from upstairs into the mash tun, which you can get a nice view at now.
Just try and use the magic mash paddle just to spread it a little bit. So this is sparging, old school style. We're also going to conserve a bit.
There we go, camera's steamed up now. Yeah, it's coming now. Yeah, it's coming through. Alright, so just transferring the beer upstairs. It is coming nice, just a nice little trickle coming through.
Good.
Yeah, good trickle.
Somehow, miraculously, we've got an almost perfect flow rate.
Hey! First time for everything, eh? So there you go. The wort's just coming up into the hop kettle up here, and when it comes up, we'll let it bring it up to the boil and boil up the hops inside of it.